Hi, I'm Leanne from Bat Lady Herbals, and welcome to my video. So today I wanted to introduce you to one of my favorite herbs, and while most people in the herbal world use a European variety, we have a American variety here in Florida. Now this plant, you can see, is a gorgeous conifer, which means that it is a tree that creates cones instead of berries. But what it's known for are actually called berries, even though they are, in fact, little cones. Now this is the Eastern Red Cedar, which is really funny because it's actually a juniper. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, is the Florida juniper. In Florida we have a lot of junipers, but the two that can be used medicinally are actually commonly known as cedars, and that is the Eastern Red Cedar and the Coastal Red Cedar or Southern Red Cedar. Now the Southern Red Cedar is actually a subspecies of the Eastern Red Cedar. The Eastern Red Cedar is Juniperus virginiana. The Southern Red Cedar is Juniperus sinicolia. These two cedars are actually part of the Juniper genus, which is part of the conifer family, the greater conifers. A lot of people are aware of this plant because the berries, or the cones, are used to flavor gin, which is one of my favorite drinks. So they actually, in the process of making gin, take the juniper berries along with a couple other botanicals and soak them in alcohol, releasing the flavors and the medicinal qualities into the alcohol. I like to use juniper in just about everything. It's a traditional German seasoning for meat. It's traditionally used in Native American preparations. There's even one tribe in the Northwest that was known to create kind of a flour out of the juniper berries and use that to make traditional breads. But it's also an amazing medicinal use throughout the world. In Chinese medicine, this is known as Du Song Zi, and works on the spleen, the lung, and the heart meridians. It's considered a bitter and pungent herb and actually helps to improve circulation. It helps to warm up your core, which helps your digestion. It also helps to remove toxins. Now, juniper is also used in Ayurvedic medicine, where it goes by several names, but the one I'm going to refer to it as is Hapusha. Now, Hapusha pacifies both Kapha and Vata, while enhancing Pitta, which helps with pretty much all of your digestive issues. Now, in the Western tradition, we share with Ayurvedic and the traditional Chinese that it does help with our digestion. But we also know that it's a great heart herb. Overall, juniper is a cardiotonic, which means that it helps to improve the health of your cardiovascular system just about in every way possible. It also lowers your triglycerides, which can help whenever you have cholesterol issues or blood pressure. Because it does work so well on your circulation, it's also used to help with joint pain, especially the joint pain that comes from swelling and poor circulation associated with certain forms of arthritis, gout, and rheumatism. Now, juniper also has a long history of use with Native American tribes and Native American traditions. Not only as a culinary herb, but also as a medicinal herb. However, each tribe tended to use it slightly different from the other. Now, here in Florida, we're well acquainted with the Seminole tribe, and the Seminoles used the juniper to help reduce swollen joints, to help reduce pain in joints, to help loosen a stiff neck or back, and as a carminative, which basically means that it helps with your digestion. Juniper is still used as a carminative today. Carminatives help to reduce flatulence, getting rid of gas. It also is used as a stomachic, which means that it helps to prevent the formation of ulcers and can even help to speed the healing process of those ulcers if they've already formed. So bitter herbs help to release bile in your digestive tract, which actually helps your digestion in a number of ways, including helps you to absorb and use nutrients from your food. Now, one of the most interesting things that this herb does is if you ingest the berries have a natural insulin, so that it actually helps to provide an extra boost of insulin if you have a weak pancreas. It also helps to improve the health of your pancreas, provided there is no permanent damage already done. Knowing this though, there is a caution for diabetics. This herb, if taken in medicinal quantities, can interact with your diabetic medications. So it might be good for you, but talk to your doctor before you add it to your routine. So juniper is also an extremely potent antibacterial and antimicrobial herb, so potent that the essential oil was used as a sanitization wash for medical instruments prior to our modern hospital system. And a lot of people use it still as a field sanitization today. Because of that, it's actually a really amazing herb to use when you have a urinary tract infection or kidney infection. In addition to that, it's also a major diuretic, which helps to flush all those toxins from your infection out of your body. And it helps to break up kidney stones. So this is a great herb for your digestive tract, your urinary tract, and your kidneys. I mentioned that juniper is used to flavor gin and used as a traditional culinary herb. But there's differences in the time that you harvest the berries for each use. If you can see here, the juniper berries here are ripe and blue. When they're ripe and blue, this is when they would be prime for culinary use and used especially for game meats. It's really good with pork. When they're ripe and green, that's when they would be used to flavor gin. Now, in addition to these two junipers that I'm talking about right now, there are a number of other junipers that you can find in Florida. However, a good portion of those may be toxic, so make sure of your identification before you harvest and use the berries, especially those junipers that are smaller and used for landscaping. Thank you for joining me today and learning a little bit about the Eastern Red Cedar, or Florida's juniper. I'm Leanne from Bat Lady Herbals. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with all of your friends. There's a little bell. If you click on that, you'll get notifications whenever I post a new video. Also, find my blog at batladyherbals.com. I have some new products out on Teespring. Feel free to find me there. The links are going to be down below, as well as a link to my Patreon. If you like what I do and like to see more of it, please become a patron. Thank you very much. Laugh at me all you want, crows.